Hi everyone, it's Christina from the DIYmummy.com, and today I want to share with you 3 fun DIY unicorn party ideas that I made for my daughter's 6th birthday party this past weekend. The first project I want to show you are DIY unicorn treat bags. I cut all of these shapes out of cardstock with my Cricut, but you could hand cut them, and if you want to have the templates for the shapes, just comment below and I will leave a link to the Cricut files I used. I just cut out all the shapes from the different colors of cardstock and used a hot glue gun to glue them in place in a way that I liked on a plain white paper bag. So I had a sparkly glitter horn, pink and white ears, a couple of different sized paper flowers, and the leaves. And finally, I just drew on some closed eyes with a Sharpie. I had to make 15 of these, so it took a long time, but it was totally worth it. The next DIY I want to show you is a really sneaky cake hack. I bought 2 cakes from Safeway, and I got this handmade painted unicorn from a little company called Glue Paper Scissors, and I grabbed some pearl sprinkles. I didn't have time to bake my own cake, so I bought 2 different sizes of pre-made cakes with generally the right colors that I wanted. I took off the decorations that I didn't want with a spoon, so I didn't want these balloons. However, I did want to save the rainbow colored icing for the end of this cake project. Next, I put the large cake on a cake turntable really carefully with a pancake flipper. And then I just used a cake tool like this just to smooth out the sides a little bit because I didn't want that ridged look. I wanted a smooth look. I'm definitely not a professional cake baker, as you can see, but I think this worked out okay in the end. Next, I put the smaller cake on top. I just left the cardboard in the middle so that everything was relatively stable. And then I took the large pearl sprinkles and just kind of stuck them onto the bottom in a fun pattern in all the unicorn colors that my daughter loves. And then I mixed up that blobs of icing I saved into my piping bag and made a nice large swirl at the top of the cake for the hand-painted unicorn topper to sit in. And I think this was a really simple and easy cake hack that turned out quite well. Finally, I want to show you how to make a unicorn party hat. So I cut a triangle that was about 4 inches long on each side out of glittery craft foam. And then I cut some ear shapes out of white felt. I just kind of eyeballed the shapes and then made a template and then cut all the other ears the same shape and size. Next, I cut slightly smaller ear shapes out of pink felt. And again, I just made my own template just kind of based on an ear shape that we liked. So 2 each of the white felt ears and 2 each of the slightly smaller pink felt ear shapes. Then I glued the pink shapes onto the white felt shapes with my glue gun. Then I put a blob of glue in the bottom center of the ear shapes and just kind of pinched that bottom together to give the ear a nice 3-dimensional look. Then I took my glittery craft foam triangle and put a line of glue down one side and rolled the triangle into a cone shape. And I definitely burned my fingers in the process here, but again, it was totally worth it to see everybody dressed up in unicorn hats and my daughter so happy. Then I trimmed off any excess that I had at the bottom of the cone to create a nice smooth cone shape. And then I just took a store-bought headband, and I glued the ears in a position that I liked with a glue gun. And then I put a blob of hot glue on either side of the bottom of the glittery craft foam horn and glued that onto the center of the headband. And then I found some satin roses, cut one off, just leaving enough of a stem so that you can glue it onto the headband. Put a blob of hot glue onto it and glued that onto the headband between the horn and one of the ears. You could add more flowers, but I had to do quite a few of these headbands and I thought one rose looked really cute. We had so much fun at Little A's unicorn party. Everybody had a really good time. There were definitely lots of kids, but they all appreciated the crafts. And I am definitely glad that I spent all the time on these crafts. Another thing we did was made some unicorn slime, and I do have a DIY recipe for that here on my YouTube channel. So I'm going to leave a link to that in the description box below just in case you are doing a unicorn party and want to add that to your party as well. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below what you think of these unicorn DIY party ideas. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!